Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Constantina.
Oh, so nice to see you again. And guess what? I've just played with Perplexity.
Ooh,
Phew, you told me about Perplexity the other day, and I had to try it. But because it's your, as we say, discovery, can you tell me more about Perplexity and how you use it along with other AI tools to help in careers?
I don't know much about the product itself. I just know how I've used it. So when I've been doing workshops, I've used it as part of my research because, from the past, what I tend to do is embed a lot of information, hot links and etc., into my slides and then share them with the attendees afterwards. Perplexity is really great in you can ask it a question, it will give you multiple resources. It will give you the opportunity to expand on what other information that you might like to hear about. So you can go off different streams with it. I discovered Perplexity after reading a Forbes article about it. And it was one of the top, I think, top six AI tools, but it was one of the few ones that wasn't designing posters or wasn't visual. So that and Claude really, I think I got a little bit sick of ChatGPT. No offense to them, but I got really sick of that. And I know with a lot of AI tools, what you pay, if you do the paid version, you get a lot better, a lot more up to date. Whereas Claude and Perplexity, the aim is to keep them free for as long as possible to use. There is a paid for version of Claude,
Yeah.
but it's not, the difference isn't as broad. I don't use the paid for one. I'm sticking to the free versions.
Plus, when you have multiple free AI tools, you might as well use them all.
Exactly.
You know, when you run out of credit on a specific day using Claude, then you switch to Perplexity. One of the things I recommend when we discuss how you can use AI to help you with your CV or cover letter, I always say, okay, use the same prompt, but use it in throughout different platforms, whether it will be Claude, Perplexity, ChatGPT, and then see what the outcome will be, and then tailor it to your context. So
Yeah,
yeah,
I think that's a good idea.
yeah.
I mean, Gemini, I haven't used a lot of. I know a lot of students do.
Okay.
Claude, I like because you get it doesn't say come back tomorrow. It'll say come back later, come back after 6, come back after 8, whatever. So you can return to that. Perplexity is really good because of the diversity of what it offers, I think. And like I said, ChatGPT, I won't really tend to use that much. I think the key thing I would always say is when you do that with ChatGPT, you can really hone the prompts a little bit more probably than you can with Claude or Perplexity. But with Perplexity, you can keep returning, keep asking subsequent questions. So what you might want to do is add in your existing CV and the kind of advert or the skills descriptors that are needed for that job role and use that to help build your new CV.
Okay, okay. I always worry of inputting my CV or anyone's CV into these tools just because I'm not sure where the data goes and how
Mm.
it will fit. However, I would advise people, I understand about the job description, put it in, get the keywords, get the analysis of the importance of the keywords and so on. But in terms of the CV, I'll be more strategic in terms of I'll be using prompt asking, okay, I have this achievement. How will I translate it so it is impactful, so it corresponds to the requirements of the role?
That's a good way of approaching it.
It takes longer.
Yes.
It won't be just one,
Which probably
but
is
it does take
why I
longer.
don't use it that way because I want it immediately, kind of thing. I think that that is a very good idea, and I think I do get the kind of concern about where the data goes. Some providers are a little bit more open about what they're doing and anonymizing, information that they do collect, but it is going somewhere, and I think it's your decision how much you want to share. But I guess not sharing is going to hold you back a little bit.
Yes, I get what you say here. So, what are your top three prompts you use for tailoring a CV?
I guess it would be skills I have, skills they need, and skills I would like to have. So the kind of the
The
concept of,
bridging.
yeah, where I am, where they want me to be, and where's the middle ground kind of thing, or even where do I want to go beyond even what they're expecting, and to see how you can map that out.
Okay,
Because
okay.
it's all
That's
about
good.
honesty. What you don't, you want to be authentic. I know I use that word a lot, but to me, to be authentic is to be true to who I am, what I want, what I need. And sort of that allows me to connect with people. I couldn't connect with someone if they didn't believe what I was saying.
Absolutely.
You know,
I
if I'm
get that.
saying, well, I'm this, I'm that, I'm the other, and you look at me and you go, no, you are not. If I don't believe it, then how can I convince anybody else? So I think authenticity is the one central thing I would keep whenever using AI. I think that's very important that you're not trying to be something that you're not.
Yeah, because wherever whatever articles you read, people do talk about AI hallucinating. It will come up with some random achievements,
That
putting
happened to me.
percentages and money that you've saved the company and
Yeah.
so on. So it's kind of it's a dream. It's not
Yeah.
reality. And then if you start questioning the person about these achievements, then you come to the bottom of it. And no, actually, no, it's a it's
But that did happen
myth.
to me when I was using Claude the one night asking it a question. There was a term I didn't understand, and it came out with something, and I knew what it came out with was completely wrong. And I said, Claude, I don't think you're right. And it came back saying, I'm sorry, I think I've been hallucinating. I went, okay, I think it's time to switch the AI off.
Go to Google. Go to
Yes.
Google.
Go to Wikipedia, whatever.
Good
But
one.
to me, I tend to use them more as research tools. Because I've come from a careers background, I probably wouldn't even think to use it to make my CV better. That probably is wrong of me and very arrogant of me, but I would rather research the needs of an organization or the needs of a particular role on AI before I do that, and I would take it from there. So I think sometimes it's how you use it. And I think this idea that AI is going to give you the perfect CV. No, it's not.
No. But I always think you can't have the perfect CV.
No.
And we always say 100 people look at one CV, they'll give you 110 pieces of advice. So forget about it. If it does the job. Plus, I always get that only 10% of the decision to hire you depends on your CV.
It's what
And we
gets you through
spend
the
but
door,
we
but
spend
yeah.
so much time on that CV. How
Yeah.
about thinking about your story, thinking about how you communicate that story to the employers, whether it will be on paper or in person, and what else goes behind it. I think this is really important. But yeah, using AI, and employers also know that candidates use AI.
Yeah. Yes.
What's your feedback on that, or have you heard anything from recruiters?
Two sides to the same coin. One group of employers are like, yes, you are going to have to use it in the world. It's not going to go away. Another group of employers saying, no, if we detect AI, we are going to bin your application. Now, I don't know exactly how well you can somebody can spot AI, because some of the language that a well-educated international student uses could be confused sometimes for AI. And that just seems to be discriminatory to me, to say, oh, this is definitely AI, when chances are it wasn't. It was just somebody with a fantastic grasp of the English language who doesn't use slang, who speaks it as it should be spoken. So I'm a bit concerned about that. But I think most times when you listen to what the recruiters are saying, it's things like they turned up for the interview and they weren't as good as their CV. So if you're using AI, you've got to up your game for the interview as well. You've got to use AI to research for the interview, to prep for the interview, because we use forms of AI all the time. Spell checker, we use it in some of the software technologies that we use to practice interview techniques. So we're always using things. So it's not a case of dumping all of AI. It's just using it responsibly, and by that, what I mean is, I'm using it not to present myself as something that I'm not. It's about being authentic. and thinking about how I can make myself better, but not just one time. It's also about consistency. And that I think is the real point.
It is, yeah. Thank you, Shiv. I know that probably we are running out of time for today. So, again, one key message about the use of AI in careers context.
So I would say if you're using AI, get a human to check it afterwards.
Thank you very much. Have a good afternoon.
It's always good to see you.
Lovely.